Good evening, everyone. Today we're going to do part 4 video on limits. Here we're going to focus on left hand limit and right hand limit. So let me explain you what is left hand limit and right hand limit first. If a function is given where it is defined such a way that when you take x value below a certain point, you've been given a y, and when you take a x value above a certain point, you're given another y function. Say this question. Look at this question very carefully. The question is defined for 0, which means 0 is considered as a critical point here. So when you take a value 0 or below 0, the function is 2x plus 3. That means the y value will be 2 times x value plus 3. And when you take an x value that is above 0, the y value is 3 times x plus 1. So when you get questions where it is formed in this form, then we try doing LHL-RHL method. Otherwise, never bother to do this method. So when a question is formed such a way that below a certain point there is a y and above a certain point there is another y. So that is where we use LHL-RHL. So this is a new set of functions formed by combining two functions on a strictly restricted domain. Now, the method is if left hand limit, we write it as LHL, that states left hand limit, and then RHL, which means right hand limit. If left hand limit is equal to right hand limit, that is limit extends to a f of x is equal to limit extends to a plus f of x. Limit extends to a minus f of x is equal to limit extends to a plus f of x. Then it's said to be limit exists at a. Now, the a minus a plus just signifies that we are taking a value that is below 0, though we don't take anything like that. We substitute only a. A minus just signifies that we are considering a value in our mind which is below 0. But then, literally what we put in the paper is the a value only, thinking that the below a value and a value will give you approximately the same y value. So we will not mess up the sum by taking a value which is literally below 0 or below a. So we take it only a there. So a minus signifies that it is below a and a plus signifies that it is above a. Now let's take this question. This is from NCERT textbook, CBSE. Question number 23. F of x is 2x plus 3 when it is less than equal to 0 and 3 times x plus 1 when it is greater than 0. They ask to find limit for 0 and for 1. Now, LHL and RHL method should be adopted only when the limit is asked for that particular critical point for which it is defined. Here defined for 0, asked for 0 also. Whereas here it is defined for 0, whereas the limit is asked for 1. So here for 1, we will not do LHL-RHL method. Only for 0, we are supposed to do LHL-RHL method. Now, let's start for 0 at x equal to 0, meaning that we are doing it for 0. Left hand limit, which means limit extending to 0 minus. Whenever I take a value that is below 0, the function is 2x plus 3. So, 2x plus 3 is applied here. And I told you beginning, though we write 0 minus, we apply 0 only. So, we put 0 in the place of x. So, this means 2 times 0 plus 3, 3. Now RHL limit extends to 0 plus, where it is 3 times x plus 1. So whenever we take a value that is above 0, the function is 3 times x plus 1. So 3 times x plus 1. Substitute 0 in the place of x. So 3 times 0 plus 1, which is 3. So here left hand limit answer and right hand limit answer are same. So when left hand is equal to right hand limit exists at 0. That simply means 0 is admissible in the domain of the function. Now let's do it for 1. As I said in the beginning, 1 is not the critical point here. 1 is not a critical point, therefore no need for LHL-RHL. So 1 is a number that falls above 0. Hence, when I do it for 1, I consider the function as 3 times x plus 1 only. So here, when you do it for 1, it is limit extending to 1 3 times x plus 1. And when you apply that, you get 6 as the answer. So here, no 1 minus or 1 plus, simply because 1 is not the critical point. So we follow the method, the previous methods that we learned in part 1, part 2 and part 3. So this is it. 23 is over. Now 24. Limit x tends to f of x square minus 1 when x is less than equal to 1, and minus x square minus 1 when it is greater than 1. So 1 is a critical point here. Let us see whether limit is also asked for that number. Yes, it is asked for that number. So we are supposed to do LHL RHL method here. So at x equal to 1, I am proceeding with the left hand limit. Limit extends to 1 minus, meaning a number below 1. Below 1, the function is x square minus 1. So we put x square minus 1. Substitute 1 in the place of x. We get 0 as the answer. Now 1 plus. When 1 plus means above 1, the function is minus x square minus 1. When you apply 1 there, you get minus 1 square is, minus of 1 square is minus 1, and minus 1 is minus 2. Here left hand limit is not equal to right hand limit. Therefore, no limit exists at 1. Now, next question. 25th one, where the question is f of x equals to mod x divided by x, where x not equal to 0, and 0 when x equal to 0. See here, it is combination of two functions. One is x, another one is mod. But we have to understand mod separately in order to find f of x properly. So what is a mod function now? Mod signifies that y value is always positive, whatever be the x value. Whatever be the x value, y will always be positive. That is what mod signifies. Now, how to write them? We write it like this. When it is below 0, it is minus x. So, which means if I take minus 2, minus 3, minus 5, something like that, it is minus of minus 2, minus of minus 3, minus of minus 5. Hence, y will always be positive. And above or equal to 0, it is x. This is how we write mod x. Now, this should be inserted here. So, when x is below 0, mod x will be taken as minus x. Denominator x will come as it is. So, below 0 is discussed. At 0, the question itself says it is 0. So, we take it as it is. Above 0, the mod x will behave like a x function, x. So it's x by x. So therefore, this will eventually get transformed to a form of minus 1 when it is below 0, 0 when x equal to 0, 1 is greater than 0. By looking at this, we can say that left hand limit at 0 and right hand limit at 0 is not equal. Therefore, the limit does not exist at 0. But then we have to show some steps for that. So limit extending to 0 minus, the 0 minus means below 0, and below 0 the function is minus 1. So on minus 1. Where is x to substitute 0 here? So the answer will remain minus 1. Now limit extends to 0 plus. 0 plus means above 0, the function is 1. Where is x to substitute? So it remains 1. LHL not equal to RHL, hence no limit exists at 0. Question number 26. It says f of x is x by mod x when x not equal to 0 and 0 when x equal to 0. So pretty much same like the previous question. F of x is equals x by minus x when it is lesser than 0, 0 when x equal to 0, and x by x when x is greater than 0. This will take you to the next level where it is minus 1 when it is less than 0, 0 when x equal to 0, 1 when x is greater than 0. So that means when I do it, limit extending to 0 minus will be on a function minus 1 and the answer will be minus 1. Limit extending to 0 plus will be on a function 1 which will be 1. LHL not equal to RHL at x equal to 0. So limit does not exist at 0. Next question, f of x equals to mod x minus 5. And they want us to find a limit extending to 5 on f of x. Now here, the critical point is not 5 because mod x is defined at 0. 0 is a critical point. So therefore, when they insist us to do it for 5, we don't need to follow LHL RHL method here. So f of x becomes minus x minus 5 when it is below 0, x minus 5 when it is greater than or equal to 0. And 5 is a number that is above 0. Therefore, we will do limit extends to 5 f of x on x minus 5 and the answer is 0 there. So here f of x is a plus bx when it is below 1. At 1 it is 4 and at above 1 or greater than 1 it is b minus ax. It is said that limit extending to 1 f of x is equal to f of 1. They want us to find the value of a and b. Chalo. Now, when they want us to check the limit for 1 and the question is defined for 1, we are supposed to do by LHL RHL method. So at x equals to 1, limit extending to 1 minus will be on a plus bx and the result will be a plus b. Limit extending to 1 plus will be on b minus ax and the result will be b minus. So by LHL we get a plus b, by RHL we get b minus a. We are not achieving a same answer here, but we have to find the value of a and b. It is said in the question that limit extending to 1 f of x is equal to f of 1. Now f of 1 value is 4. Hence, limit extending to 1 f of x is equal to 4. Now at 1 means it's below 1 and above 1, I mean less than 1 and greater than 1. So a plus b equals to 4. Even b minus a is also equal to 4. Now you solve these two like you solve two simultaneous equations. A plus b equals 4. Minus a plus b equal to 4. A plus b equals to 4. A gets cancelled. 2b equals to 8. B equals to 4. And when b is 4, a would be 0. So these are the possible values of a and b, which the limit exists at. This type is over. Let's continue in the next video. Thank you.